All right. Um. Oh shit, this is gonna be hard to talk about. I'm quite into philosophy. I find it, well, the obvious thing to think about when I have nothing task wise to consider. Um, you know, pondering my own existence and why things are as they are is core to philosophy, and so I'm quite interested in. Not too long ago, I had a small realization, I guess. Nothing specific. It's still just uh, another perspective, not one that I specifically align myself with, but one that I pondered for a while. That everything is just a matter of seeing, so to speak. That, well, except for me, because I am, you know, um, nothing nothing moves. Okay, right here. So the basis of this I guess theory or um, thought medium is that I am, and I guess infinity is a thing. It's hard to put into words. I don't really know all of the right vocabulary for this kind of conversation, I guess. But um, following that, I can see anything. I will only be talking from the first person perspective here, because, well, it's the only perspective that I have, and talking about this thought process, this potential ideology, wouldn't really work if I spoke of it through a second or third person perspective. So I can see anything. I can imagine anything. Uh, the only thing, like, I can imagine any part of infinity, and that's why I can imagine where I am right now from a quote unquote third person perspective, even though it is technically a first person perspective because I'm seeing it. Um, I can imagine myself, but it's not actually me that I'm seeing. It's just uh, another part of the infinity that I happen to be seeing. That uh, well, the limiting factor of this is that I'm either I wrote down this last night. Like a part of this. What was it? Right. I can only see. I can only imagine. I can only see based off of my experiences here, or maybe uh, better explained as limited by my experiences here. Maybe they weren't when I was born or something. This is hard. thing about, so there are these two perspectives then. There is the one I can imagine, the one I can see anything of in my mind. I can look at the world I'm in and I can imagine something happening to it that isn't actively happening to it, which is just another part of infinity that I'm viewing with my imagination. But and then like this perspective is then that I don't like nothing actually moves. Nothing does anything actually. It's just like, imagine a train track that you're stuck on, or like you're stuck on a train following a train track, and well, following that, you see the world as it is because of your limited perspective. You're now limited to this train track. You're now limited to this, well, this one singular perspective of how the world works. I think this is highly conceptual. It's hard to put into words. So nothing like me, for example, touching my phone and carrying it up to my face is not actually necessarily how the world works. It is just the one perspective that I'm seeing, which shows a world where that is happening. It's, like I said, it's just another part of infinity, I think. I wanted to talk about this because I thought about it through... Well, I was having a bit of an introspective session, so to speak. And I was thinking that, well, like I still only have my perspective. I'm viewing from here or something, and I'm not entirely connected to the body in that sense. I can feel heat, I can feel cold, I can feel pain, I can feel happiness, but it's more, I guess, imagine you're driving a car, and yeah, you can feel the bumps on the road that the car is driving over. You can steer the car, and you know when you have a flat tire, or when there's something wrong with the engine. But this perspective is separate from this, I guess. It got me thinking because, well, I guess back to the stuff about I am. Like, I think, therefore I am. That one thing by that one philosopher. What if... I mean, following that logic, am I everything? Well, because, well, this camera is, this microphone is, my shirt is, and I think, therefore I am. So, am I this too, because it exists? Or because because it am, I guess? God, this is confusing. I don't know. I wanted to talk about this because I had these thoughts, and I guess I wanted to put pen to paper in that sense by making a YouTube video documenting it. There was a part of this that I was missing. Right. If I am, right, following that, if I am, and everything else also am, because I am, maybe I'm just limited by my expectations. Like, maybe that's in some way placebo, I guess. Because if placebo is the medical term, where if you imagine that a pill will help you lose weight, for example, by taking that pill, you will lose weight, even if that pill was actually empty. So obviously, even if it's biological or in some way metaphysical, ethereal, I don't fucking know. Like, no matter which one it is, we're still affected by our belief in how something works. And so maybe the rules of the universe and the way that we, or the way that I view the universe, or, well, the things that I interact with, are only acting the way they are because of my preconceived expectations. Like, I'm expecting the mic to move when I push it, and so it does. I'm expecting the air to move when I blow it, and so it does. But those expectations would obviously have to come from somewhere. So I'm still, I haven't reached the end of that thought process yet. God, this is it's hard to wrap my head around it. Still, I know this is a bit different from the stuff I usually talk about, but I am endlessly interested in the the prospect of my own existence, and so I like talking about it. So yeah, there you go. I'll keep going with the self-improvement stuff, obviously. I feel like this is a part of self-improvement in a way, because I guess reaching, at least personally, a more complete sense of self is absolutely improving myself. So, yeah. Well, that's a perspective. Who knows? Maybe I'm just ruining myself. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. Who knows? Alright, I need to go celebrate my little sister's birthday. So, have a good day. And I guess if you hadn't already, think about this stuff for a while. I can't imagine you haven't thought about this, though, since you're at the end of this video. But it doesn't hurt to say. Alright, take care.